have a mother-loving bone to pick with CVS Specialty Pharmacy and trying to get my hands on medications. I don't know why it's been so difficult. So let's get ready for the day as I talk about this. You know how people are always like, don't stress, and then you're going to get pregnant. Do you know how much us women going through infertility have to deal with and stress about? Like, it is literally every aspect of every moment. We have to make sure that we're scheduling appointments. We can get into these appointments, make sure they line up with our cycle, making sure we get medications in time. The list goes on and on, but let's talk about medications because I actually am at my wit's end right now. And this is not the first time I have had to do everything in my power to track down medication, because needing medication while going through your fertility is like, it's so time sensitive that if you miss it, there's a chance you miss out on that cycle, and it's just so not okay. So this cycle, we are rinsing and repeating what we did last cycle. So we're going to do Neupogen and then no trigger shot. So Neupogen, we do 24 hours before the LH surge, so suspected ovulation time. And it's supposed to help with those of us that struggle with LUFs, where all of our eggs are stuck in follicles. And with LUFs, those follicle outer shell can just become like really, really hard. So sometimes those follicles don't actually release the eggs, and therefore you don't ovulate every time. So with me, we've learned that, PRP has helped insanely with this. Like, I've ovulated the last 2 cycles. We're going to find out next week if I ovulate for the 3rd cycle. And then the Nupron has helped break down that outer shell so the egg can actually be released. Well, Neupogen is a specialty medication, so I can't just go get it at any pharmacy. I have to order it through a specialty pharmacy. And on your insurance, they all have like specialty pharmacies to go through, so it'll cost less. And mine has been CVS Specialty Pharmacy. We've ordered Neupogen from there many, many times. And like very recently, the end of last year, I think it was like November of last year, we ordered it. So 2 weeks ago, I knew, okay, we're going to be needing Neupogen again. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road and order it. So I called, I ordered it, and I was like, I guess it wasn't quite 2 weeks ago, but whatever. I called, ordered it, and they were like, all right, you're good to go. It's going to get delivered, no problem. I was like, okay, slay, awesome. I didn't hear anything from them, and it was supposed to get delivered on Tuesday, so I could just have it, not even worry about it. And I haven't heard anything from them, and it didn't show up on my doorstep. So I was like, what the heck is happening? And I then called them back. I had to call them back. And I've talked to like 4 different people, and every single one of them has told me something different. Every single one of them. And I'm honestly just so confused because I'm like, why are you all telling me different? Like, one of them saying like, no worries, your medication's coming. The other one is saying like, well, I don't know if your order is actually going to go through. And then another one is saying like, oh, you're going to have to pay out of pocket for this. And then another one, I'm like, I don't even understand what's happening. So my doctor's office has been a huge help trying to help me with this, because it is Thursday today. So that means tomorrow is the last day that I can like talk to someone and get this figured out before the weekend. I go in Monday, and we have a few days there, but I think for like my peace of mind, and who knows what my body's going to do. I mean, who knows like when I'm going to need this medication, but I feel like for my peace of mind, I'd rather have it sooner rather than later, aka why I was having it delivered this freaking week. And so my doctor's office has been like gems. They've been so helpful with all of it and just like trying to figure it out. But they're even telling them different things. Like, they're getting different runaround answers. And again, I don't understand what's happening and why is there so much miscommunication? Why? And also, people have been telling me like, oh, it's going to get delivered. Like, I got told that 3 times. It's going to get delivered. It's going to get delivered. It hasn't been delivered on any of the times it said it was going to get delivered, and they're not contacting me. So I'm having to literally I haven't heard from them. I'm like, what is this customer service? Like, are you just saying like, if let's say life got busy like it is, and I just didn't contact them, and it just wouldn't have shown up. Like if I was not doing all this back end work of trying to figure out with my insurance company, my doctor's office, CVS specialty pharmacy, I wouldn't get it. And I don't even know if I'm going to get it. And I'm just so freaking like this isn't our job. This isn't our job. As if we don't have enough to be like worrying about and freaked out about. And this isn't the first time this has happened to me either. And I feel like this one, I can't figure out if this one is because of insurance or if this one is because of CVS Specialty Pharmacy. But the fact that CVS Specialty Pharmacy can't give me the straight answer out of like all the times I've talked to them, or my doctor's office a straight answer, I just don't understand. So my doctor's office was like, we're going to track it down. We're going to figure this out. Don't worry. Like, thank God I have such a great doctor's office that really wants to actually help and is really incredible. But it is so frustrating. Like something that is so time sensitive, it's like bringing me so much stress. And right now, like we don't even know an update. We don't know the situation. Like what's going to happen if I'm going to get it. I don't know. Part of me is like, should I just like let go? Be like, whatever, what is. Stephen was like, your doctor did say that she wanted to do a natural cycle this cycle to see. But, Stephen has been reading a lot of research on Neupogen related to fertility, and it can also really help with implantation. So, and I've heard so many stories from like women in my DMs telling me that, their doctors had them do Neupogen. So many of y'all have had success with PRP and Neupogen. So I'm like, I really want to be able to do it because anything, obviously, we would like help. We know this is like such a struggle for us. I just don't get why it is so hard to track down. I don't get why there isn't like one straight answer coming from the CVS Specialty Pharmacy that we're getting it from. Like, we don't know why I haven't received it. None of them can tell me why I haven't received it. And that is a little bit confusing to me. Like, they're all telling us different things. They're telling my doctor's office different things. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, this is truly so frustrating. And I feel like this cycle I've been, kind of just like calm with it all. I don't know if it's me building up a guard or if I just like feel, I don't know. I feel like, I don't even know what I feel. It's kind of like a sense of peace. It's also just calm. And I feel like I've kind of just accepted, whatever is easier said than done. Like, we'll see what actually happens this cycle. But I kind of just feel, I don't know if numb's the right word, but I feel just like steady, And I'm trying to understand if that's like, okay, is that peace? Like, whatever? Is it me just accepting whatever is it, I don't know. I literally do not know. So with that being said, I have felt like confidence finally in my body ovulating with where we are. The PRP, this is month 3 of the PRP. I feel good about that. Although I haven't been like cramping. I mean, I know we're still far out from ovulation time, so we still got that going on, but we're not like that far out. And I was trying to remember, like, when did I start cramping last time? Because we have figured that that's just like my body stimulating all those little follicles. So of course I'm like, does that mean I don't have a lot of little follicles? What's going on? Because they say PRP is good for about 3 to 6 months. But the most they've seen in Dr. Murphy's office was 3 months. Like, that was the most common. This is month 3. So I don't know what that means moving forward. I don't know how my body is going to do moving forward. But again, trying to just be in the moment, be in the now, be present, be hopeful, be excited. And I feel like now with us possibly not getting the Neupogen, it's like all of a sudden I'm beginning to doubt. What the heck is happening? Like, what in the world? So let's all just pray that I can get my hands on this stuff. And I am so sorry if you're having to deal with this too. This is literally like getting your hands on medication when it is so timely is a stress none of us need. Hopefully we all just get it and we can breathe. I know like in a week from now, I'm gonna be like, it was okay. It all worked out the way it's supposed to be. Or, we're gonna find out my body didn't ovulate and I'm gonna be like, would it have with the Neupogen? Not going there. Staying present, staying calm. trying to just remind myself, you know what? God's already got this all figured out. He knows. He knows. He already knows what's about to happen. He knows. So I just need to control what I can control, let go of what I can't. Again, easier said than done. So I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying to like figure it out, but you know what? It's not the end of the world. Although it feels so frustrating. So we're going to see. We're going to see what happens.